I can remember the days when you bought a Volvo in spite of and not because of how it looked. Volvos were large and practical, they were boxy, and of course they were safe. And that was really that. But then Volvo discovered design and cars like this arrived.
The Volvo V40 may be one of the safest cars in the world, and yes, it's still practical, but it also looks great, particularly after a few design tweaks have added some touches from more expensive Volvo models, like the larger Volvo badge and the headlight that it shares with the XC90 SUV. The V40 offers an upmarket alternative to the sensible VW Golf, if the BMW, Audi or Mercedes badges aren't your thing.
In typical Scandi fashion, it manages to ooze style, yet it's also simple and understated. It's got that aura of, I don't need to try too hard, which I for one really like in a car. And that dose of Scandi style continues in here. Now, its innovative layout with this central column and the small cluster of buttons that was once just so unusual is beginning to show its age a little bit. But I think it still looks good, and one thing you cannot deny is the sheer quality in here. It's excellent, and it could easily give an Audi A3 a run for its money. So things that I particularly like in here, the seats and the steering wheel. Seats are so comfortable, and there's plenty of adjustment in both the steering wheel and the seats. I like the glove box, a really good, decent, usable size. You've got a couple of cup holders here, and the general feeling of quality. It's a nice place to be. What I'm not so keen on are the door bins, which are just a bit too small to be properly useful, and also the position of the handbrake, it just seems a bit awkward. And at this point, I'm going to take a rather sharp intake of breath when I tell you that this car comes in at around £37,000. Just going to leave that with you for a moment. Of course, tempting options are typical of cars in this class, but you know, you really don't need to go for lots of extras if you're in the market for a V40, because the entry-level model is still very well equipped.
With entry-level momentum fitted with alloy wheels, automatic climate control, DAB digital radio, Bluetooth, hill start assist and plenty of safety kit, including fully automatic emergency braking.
It's probably quite tempting to go for keyless entry and keyless start, but when it costs over £500, you do have to question, do you really need it?
The Inscription model is the most luxurious of all, and it gets leather seats, 17-inch alloy wheels, LED daytime running lights, along with an adjustable central armrest and plenty of lovely lighting touches. It also gets chrome trim dotted around the place and dual exhaust pipes.
Now, when it comes to space, although this is billed as a 5-seater, you're not going to fit 5 adults in here. You will fit 4 comfortably, but this centre seat is really only good for a small child. Now, head and leg room are both pretty good, and one thing I do like is that because the outer seats are both quite wide, it gives you plenty of room for your shoulders, which is good for larger passengers. Now, as you'd expect, you get 2 Isofix child seat points, and I also like the little cup holders that are tucked away there on the edge of the middle seat. Now, Volvo's reputation for building practical, roomy cars takes a wee bit of a knock when you open the boot. There is enough room in here for 2 good-sized suitcases side by side. It's a tight squeeze, but you'll be able to get them in. But if you're looking for that vast Volvo boot, don't come looking in the direction of the V40. However, you do get this handy false floor, which is very useful for keeping your valuables hidden away under.
So let's talk engines now. Although there are 4 petrol engines on offer, the diesels are the main event. This is the 187 brake horsepower Volvo V40 D4, and it offers a wonderful blend of performance and economy. However, our pick of the bunch is the less expensive D2. It may be the least powerful, but it's got more than enough punch for around town driving and the occasional motorway run, which, let's face it, is where the V40 will mainly be driven. But what gives it the edge is the claimed fuel economy of 84 miles to the gallon.
Now, claimed fuel economy for this, the D4, is still impressive at 74.3 miles to the gallon. Quick check reveals that I've been averaging just under 54 miles to the gallon. If you can stretch the extra cost of the D4, you will enjoy the extra performance that you get from this car. Stick to the smaller 16 or 17-inch alloys and you'll enjoy a smooth, comfortable ride that copes well with the very poor quality of our British roads.
And although you aren't going to get the sharp handling of a Ford Focus, you can certainly tell that it shares many mechanical parts with it, because it feels agile on a nice twisty road without any noticeable body roll as you go into corners. However, it's worth saying that the 8-speed automatic gearbox feels a little clunky if you compare it to those offered by Audi and VW. But I've got no complaints when it comes to safety. This model has a range of added safety equipment that goes some way to justifying that hefty price tag. But as you'd expect, even in standard mode, the V40 gets top marks from us.
Now, as you'd expect from a Volvo, the V40 has a full 5-star Euro NCAP safety rating, and all models come with a full range of airbags, including a pedestrian one that pops out from under the bonnet. And I particularly like the fact that, as I said earlier, all models are fitted with low-speed automatic braking that's activated if the car detects an obstacle ahead, so it reduces the impact of, and of course could even stop, minor accidents.
And of course, it's that reputation for safety and reliability where Volvo consistently scores highly that makes this an easy car to recommend despite its small boot. If you're after a comfortable and luxurious small car and don't fancy the cars on offer from the German manufacturers, then as long as you don't get carried away with the options list, the Volvo V40 is a great alternative. If you're interested in the Volvo V40, then check out our reviews of the Audi A3 on the left or the Mercedes A-Class on the right. Click at the top for our latest video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.